Hey guys, welcome back, and today we are going to, I'm going to be showing you a couple of my little upgrades. Now, recently I got a big bag of sprues of random bits, tons of them. Anything from upgrade sprues to random little bits. I might do a revisit of my bits box now that's kind of full. But at the end of it I thought, well, you know what, I've got all these bits. May as well kind of try and standardize everything. So what I did was, I ended up revisiting first some of my command squads, like this guy here. This was the original command squad model that I had. It's one of the old Kasrkin, but the pipe had actually broken off because, let me pull up a proper one. Give me one sec. Right over here. Here he is. You can see they come with a pipe that leads to their backpack. So obviously their backpack, some kind of plasma generator or something. But this guy didn't have one, so I actually got a spare bit of piping from I can't remember what, ended up cutting it, bending it a little bit, and connected it to his backpack. So he's got that now. And then I revisited other command squads because, oh, this is another one that had the same pipe issue. No pipe. So what I did was my buddy 3D printed a bunch of plasma guns and meltas, so I could actually arm everybody properly instead of just painting a gun blue to signify it was a plasma gun. But now, yeah, I haven't painted any of these yet. I obviously primed some. But yeah. So he's got a plasma gun with the little pipe leading to the backpack. The rest were very basic, generally. Ended up doing meltas, which, by the way, meltas, all these kit bashed bits, a lot of work. Had to rebuild half the arms so that they could actually, hold weapons. But gonna be happy now that they are. I did have to swap out 3 bodies to make my new Spectre squad, so I ended up taking some spare Italian bodies I set aside when I got my newest boxes of them, to get up to 120 guardsmen, and I ended up remaking my Cadian. Actually, I'm not sure what these guys were. I think they were Cadian Castellans. Looking back at my... No, I've got Cadian Castellans over here, so I'm not sure what these guys were. They were something. I'll have to look into it. I can't remember what they were, but in short, they had a power weapon and a plasma pistol. So I ended up making them. So, I'll set them aside. But then what I did was, sorry, that guy isn't even related to what I'm talking about. What I did was, after I sorted that out, we can get to the original guy. So I set up, what I did was I went through all of my Kasrkin and upgraded them next. So, actually, I'm going to have to fix this guy. His backpack's wrong. So sorry, that one hasn't been upgraded yet. But in short, all my Kasrkin, I went with these Aggressor gauntlets. What I did was trimmed off the weapons and then trimmed them till they fit. And in some cases like this one, I cut off the thumb that you get. I'll try and find another one. This one still has the thumb. I like them because they look like a solid armor plating backpack. Well, I got a bunch of these spare in the bits box. So here... or bits bag. So I gave every single Kasrkin one of these that has the heavy weapon or the special weapons. I obviously replaced their old special weapons with actual meltas and plasma guns. Finally, I took all of the plasma, and so I also sorted these out a bit. So let's take a basic rebuilt plasma gunner and let's see, a melta gunner. This is plasma. That guy's melta, but he doesn't really apply to what I'm trying to... Actually, this guy's a melta gunner. I'll show you. So, plasma gunners, I figured their weapons explode more than anybody, so they would be more heavily armored. So they all have this shoulder plate. And actually, this guy's a bad example because he's got a mechanical arm already. He's got, you can kind of see it. I took the remaining bits of my Knights of the Realm on foot, their armored knight arms, and replaced both arms with them. From there, I gave them plasma weaponry and helmets that are full cover. So, like, you'll see this helmet covers his whole face. You can't see anything of his face. Same thing with this frog mouth. Covers most of his face. And I obviously did the feather on the side still. The Melta Gunners, meanwhile, because Meltas don't really fail so much in-game. Well, at all in-game, but not so much in lore either. So while they did get the shoulder plate to signify they're important and to some degree protect them, they're mostly more stylish. They get the Empire great sword slash... conquistador arms. See if I can find another one. Mainly great sword arms. Again, have not revisited all these guys yet. This guy's actually, I had to rebuild him from scratch. So he has the full spare body, and the rest of him is being rebuilt. All of them also have their Special Forces dagger. And then these guys will so they'll have their right arm is the slashed, what are they called? Whatever they're called, the slashed clothing style. And their right arms are generally just basic army arms. Because you aren't going to see most of it with the shield, so no point giving them special left arms. Also because most of the left arms are not really slashed sleeves, they're generally armor plated in the Empire kit. So, and because I had the old kit, which is the new kit, but in half because it was the Age of Sigmar version. But yeah, so essentially they got their new armor backpacks. Everybody got standardized on that. New shield on their shoulder. And on top of that, the Melta-Gunners actually got open masked helmets, so they can actually see. And I can show you any of these guys. So like this Melta-Gunner, so he has an extra washer for some reason. Melta-Gunner, same thing. Oh, also I cut off their crazy showy Bretonnian helmet things. But yeah, again, another Melta-Gunner. And these Melta-Guns I really like. They aren't actually Melta-Guns. They are beam guns or las guns or something from the Ash Waste Nomads, and ideally I would have one for every Melta-Gunner instead to show their special forces. But I only got one box, and I don't want to get a whole other box for 4 guns when that's useless because I only need 2 more to finish my Kasrkin. But either way, so I've got 2 with these basic Melta-Guns and then 2 with these Melta-Guns. Still good. Maybe one day I'll replace them, but for now, no. Oop. Melta-Gunners get the open-faced mask. Plasma Gunners don't. And so here's another thing. I upgraded my Grenadiers. I gave them makeshift grenades, which I didn't like. And luckily, halfway through, I found out in the bits bag I had 3 of these actual Melta grenades. I think from the old Space Marine boxes. So what I did, sorry, that's a radio guy. I replaced their left arm, or their shoulder, with a Space Marine shoulder plate. So not only it's salvaged, but they're throwing a grenade with their left arm. That's probably going to need the most protection in case it goes off early. And then I gave them a las pistol, because they do get a hot shot las pistol. And I also gave them the stylish slash sleeves on the right arm. Other than that, though, they don't really get anything else crazy. So they get the shoulder plate and the grenade, which I'm going to I haven't revisited them all yet, but I'm going to replace their grenades with Melta charges. And I can show you the radios. Same thing. Radios are not standard. This guy's carrying his radio to speak into. This one's got the Space Marine arm radio, which I really like. I wish I could do all 3 like that. Oh, hello, cat. Just a second, I'm going to move her off the table. Last radio. I'm trying to find it. I'm not seeing it. It is here. I just don't know where it is here. It doesn't really matter, I guess. Ooh, I'll show you that next, though. I'll move these guys off to the side. You can't see them just yet, but I will show you. I'm going to pause the recording. Give me 1 quick second. Alrighty, I'm back. I can't really find my last radio man, but I do have him here somewhere. Just the table's a little bit of a mess. But in short, all of my radios have the same issue. Oh, right there. I'm blind. Unstandardized equipment. So this one's got this backpack thing, which is actually the spotter things from the Krieg artillery team. This guy's just got this, I'm not sure what it was. I think it was something from the Sisters of Battle. And this spear tip to make it look like a radio, and he's got his Special Forces knife. And again, he's speaking into the radio. This guy doesn't even have his radio. This guy's got his speaking radio and this backpack, which is, again, not a radio, really. So I'm going to be standardizing them with these old Space Marine backpacks. I got 3 of them. I'm probably going to drill a little hole in them, give them a little antenna, and yeah, reattach the daggers, and we should be good. And finally, I also decided to standardize my snipers, which is funny because in doing this, I realized I was missing a sniper. So I took 2, and I actually had these 2 Adeptus Scion snipers, which are actually, they're supposed to be like hot shot las guns or something, but they look like snipers, so I did that. And then, again, I was short one. So, because I didn't know why, I don't know where he went. I looked all over, couldn't find him. And I bet you now that I've made this guy and I say this, I'm going to find him in, like, maybe tomorrow. But in short, I took another spare body, attached normal arms, did the sniper bits, the shoulder feather, the head feather. Gave him the ammo pack, the dagger, water canteen, everything. And then I gave him a Ratling sniper, which I don't like. I'll go with it for now. But as soon as I find out if one of my buddies has a Scion's spare lasgun, or maybe go on eBay or something or find another bit, I'm going to swap this one out. For now, it's good though. But yeah, so that's kind of how things have been updated. Hope you guys enjoy that video. Please leave a like, subscribe, comment any ideas you want to see or anything you want to say. I read all the comments, respond to all of them too if I can help it. And yeah, please have a good day. See you next time.